Greetings from Starwatch again. I am grateful for all of your support. To ensure you don't miss a single drop, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Rumor has it that Brittney Griner was recently fired from the WNBA, and the news is shocking the league as a whole. According to insiders, a purported medical paper that said Griner was born male went viral online, barely remaining up for a day. It only required that. Her name disappeared off the official WNBA roster with no warning, no press announcement, simply poor performance. There was silence at the top, without a single statement.
And pioneers of the game, like Earl Lloyd, Chuck Cooper, Sweetwater Clifton, the great Bill Russell, and particularly Magic Johnson, I apologize. Sentiments of this kind are contrary to the principles of inclusion and respect that form the foundation of our diverse, multicultural, and multi-ethnic league. They simply have no place in the NBA. Effective immediately, I am banning.
Fans are exploding. It's long overdue, according to some, but it's outright erasure, according to others. This is where things become complicated, though. According to people close to Brittney, she is furious and is blaming NBA Commissioner Adam Silver specifically. She feels prepared. Over the years, there have been rumors about her deep voice, her physique, and her imprisonment in Russia. The people who supported her are now abandoning her, and they are coming back like facts. Not even a supportive tweet. Even if there is a lot of silence, this doesn't seem like a fast response. No, it seems like a deliberate action. As if the league had planned this exodus long before the story was ever sniffed by the internet. Discreet cleanup and discreet movements, but now the waste is visible to the public, and the timing is questionable. This didn't happen over a typical drama. Following that widely shared Caitlin Clark video, everything went haywire. A heated back and forth degenerated into something unsightly. People ceased discussing sportsmanship and fouls. As if it were open season, they instead went straight after Brittney's identity and dragged her through the mud. The so-called evidence then surfaced. A haphazard Reddit post. Just a grainy screen grab purporting to be her confidential medical records. No identity, no receipts. People were able to quickly switch because of that. Gender is no longer the only factor in this. Control, quiet, and possibly even a cover-up are key. If the WNBA was attempting to conceal something, they could have revealed everything at once. According to that one hazy photo, Brittney underwent an early transition and was born male. Suddenly, it became the purported evidence that people had been anticipating since 2013. The match that started a wildfire was one pixelated screenshot. The league was unable to stop the leak from spreading like wildfire. Additionally, the quiet from the top when this TikTok video surfaced, featuring a user dissecting what people actually think about Griner, was chilling.
With Brittney Griner in the midst, people are actually speculating, hey, this probably really could have happened because a lot of people believe that Brittney Griner is not a female. A lot of people believe that Brittney Griner is the first male to play in the WNBA.
The video became viral. Millions of views. However, the WNBA remained silent. No explanation, no denial, not even a flimsy PR gimmick. Rather, they began cleaning her as if she had never been there. The Mercury's All-Star push removed her name. Her shirt disappeared as if it had never been in the team store. Then her face simply vanished from the WNBA homepage. Then murmurs began to swirl. According to an insider, Brittney's eligibility was abruptly being reviewed internally. She was removed off the active roster by the conclusion of that week. Adam Silver's name began to circulate at that point. Rumor has it that he saw the same compromised files as everyone else. Additionally, he allegedly approved the action to release her rather than keeping it inside. Cold, quiet, finished. Adam is discussing the ban here.
Sentiments of this kind are contrary to the principles of inclusion and respect that form the foundation of our diverse, multicultural, and multi-ethnic league. They simply have no place in the NBA. Effective immediately, I am banning.
Fans are now posing the same questions that they ought to have long ago. The leak isn't real, but why now? If the league had been sitting on this for years, why did they wait so long to act? Damage control didn't feel like this. It seemed planned, as if they were holding off on pushing her out until the ideal time. Let's be honest. This notion wasn't inspired by a haphazard Reddit post. For years, people have had a sidelong glance at Brittney. They were simply given license to express their thoughts by that screenshot. People have been whispering since she was a rookie that she was too tall, too muscular, and too masculine to be a true woman. Then others noticed those topless pics when they appeared online. For similar offenses, other female athletes are highlighted.
Thank you, Brittney. Let me see something real quick. Brick! Thank you! Get the out of here, yo! Jab stepping, just a brick. Swing and a miss!
Oh!
Yo, I ain't gonna fake it right now.
Swag is down for the count. Let's get it.
Got my hand right here.
But not a word from Brittney. Nothing, no content warnings, no takedowns. Things began to go out of control at that point. It captivated conspiracy theorists. Then came the arrest in Russia. People said she was in a male prison while she was imprisoned abroad. Was it verified? Not at all. Didn't matter. The rumor caught on like wildfire. Her legal team did not intervene to provide clarification. No WNBA representatives or officials, just quiet. And that quiet said more than words could. The WNBA continued to highlight her, particularly during Pride Month, while everyone else on the internet was dissecting old interviews and enlarging grainy pictures.
Start off with the Mercury. Thank you so much, everybody with the Phoenix Mercury organization, all the hard work, long hours, everything that y'all did to for me, my wife, my family, getting me back home, being there, supporting me, letting me know that I wasn't alone. It means everything to me, to everybody. Vince, Bryce, Jim, coach, everybody, the players. It goes all the way down to the people that keep this building running.
They celebrated her return from Russia as though it were a regal triumph. The league was aware that fans had already begun to piece things together. Years ago, they could have closed it down. They only needed to make a concise declaration. However, they didn't. They decided to remain silent. It now appears that the quiet was a calculated tactic rather than merely ignorance. With the release of this purported reality, many are no longer only doubting Brittney Griner. Everything is being questioned by them. For example, how deep is this? What was the WNBA actually aware of? How long did they sit on it in the hopes that no one would notice?
And cause current and former players, coaches, fans, and partners of the NBA to question their very association with the league.
Initially, the WNBA was the direct target of criticism. However, Adam Silver is the name that keeps cropping up behind the scenes these days. Insiders claim that Adam didn't hesitate when the commotion from those leaked medical data began. He took over because the league became concerned about the way it appeared, not because Brittney had broken any rules. This had nothing to do with regulation. Reputation was at stake. The sponsors began to perspire. Supporters were separating. The league was also in a panic, particularly because the golden ticket, Caitlin Clark, was receiving criticism for things she hadn't even done. According to insiders, Silver instructed his senior executives to make it vanish. Quick and silent. Don't let that become a headline. It's code for breaking off contact with Brittney. This has nothing to do with Brittney's remarks, abilities, or even background. The league didn't want to bring that baggage into All-Star Weekend. Adam Silver oversees everything, including long-term planning and trademark agreements. He doesn't like to watch things go south. It's also no surprise that this occurred during one of the league's most successful seasons ever. This was a hard reset and cleanup job. Brittney didn't fit the new image either. Things changed when he even acknowledged in a clip that certain partners were beginning to doubt their support for the league. Chess pieces began moving in the background. Fans who pay attention previously noted that Griner was taken off of press events and promotional commercials. She's missed more because she's dipped out mid-in a lot previously. Nobody was going to blink. This is where things become very frigid. Though, according to insiders, she wasn't even informed personally. According to reports, Brittney discovered she was no longer on the roster when her name abruptly disappeared from the computer. No warning, no call, just left. Additionally, wouldn't Adam Silver be separating himself by now if he had nothing to do with it? His silence is loud instead. Let's be honest. Brittney wasn't just fired if the league truly took this action with Adam's approval. They obliterated her. Her legal team is also not being silent at this point. They are reportedly preparing to file a wrongful removal lawsuit. Their argument is that, given that Brittney met all eligibility requirements upon joining the league, the WNBA may have gone too far if they had taken action based on leaked private medical information that had not even been validated.
Basketball. Girls have to stay in college 2 years or 3 years?
4 years.
Oh, they gotta do all 4.
4 years. They gotta do all 4 years. You have to be a senior you have to be a senior or completed, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, or be the age of, you know what I'm saying, a senior. You can't have any more eligible, you know what I'm saying? You have to play 4 years in the NCAA in order to be eligible to go to the WNBA.
What specifically are they claiming she did wrong? Then, if the regulations haven't changed, fans can't stop asking that question. And it becomes clear the more you examine those enigmatic materials. As if it were a done deal, people keep claiming that the leak proved everything. She's a male. That's all. But wait. According to insiders, that wasn't even stated in the paper. Nothing was definitive, as it was said to have unclear indicators that might have been connected to early hormone therapy or Interx characteristics. Only rumors, conjecture, and hazy screenshots taken out of context were verified. However, the internet continued to function alongside it. A single pixelated boom and doc. People pretended that the case was resolved. However, it's messier behind the scenes than anyone anticipated. In addition, the league may have much more to answer for than just poor optics if Brittney's legal team looks closely enough. Let's clarify this, though. The phrase "born male" is not used anywhere in those released documents. People filled in this section on their own. Here's the crazy part. She would still be eligible to play in the WNBA even if that rumor were accurate. The league has never established any guidelines regarding biological sex, mandated gender testing, or included hormone levels as a criterion for eligibility. Facts. Here is a brief summary of the key points. The eligibility checklist was completed by you. You're in. That's all. What is actually happening then? Many fans are now certain that this wasn't a leak. The job was a hit. A ruse to portray Brittney as a scammer. Manipulation, not transparency. And supporters did what they always do when the league got funny. They began quickly withdrawing receipts. Furthermore, they discovered that this is no longer solely about Brittney Griner. It has to do with a pattern. The way the WNBA handles players who venture outside of their comfort zone has led to accusations. Consider Liz Cambage, who exposed racism in the league, but was branded a problem rather than given a voice.